Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Today is Monday, May 4th, and we are almost done with our at-home learning, and it's almost summertime. I can't believe it. Well, I've got a short little lesson to help support you this week. We are talking about fractions, but I don't want you to be scared when you hear that word fractions, because when we're talking about fractions, we're just talking about breaking something up into equal parts or equal shares. One word that you might hear this week is the word partition. And when we say the word partition, we're talking about breaking something up into equal parts or equal pieces. So for example, we have a circle right here that has been partitioned into two equal parts. This rectangle has been partitioned into 4 equal parts. And this square has been partitioned into 9 equal parts. Another word that you're going to hear or see this week is the word half. So when you say half, or you have a shape and it's asking you to partition it in half, they're talking about cutting it right down the middle or cutting it into 2 equal parts. And when you put those equal parts together, it makes a whole. So if you have one candy bar and you cut it in half, you have partitioned it into 2 equal pieces. This star was cut in half. This circle was cut in half. There's 2 equal parts that make a whole. This is the way we write 1/2 as a fraction when we're writing fractions. And this pizza pie has been cut in half. So you could pretend that you had one big pizza all to yourself, but then a friend came over and they wanted to share. Well, what would be the nicest, best thing to do? Would be to give half to your friend. So you would cut it right down the middle so you each got 2 equal parts. Another word that you're going to hear or you're going to see is talking about thirds. And when you're talking about thirds, you're talking about 3 equal parts that make one whole. So we've got a circle that was partitioned into 3 parts. It's kind of hard to cut a circle into 3 parts. And here's another circle that is partitioned into 3 parts. And we have a triangle. We have a rectangle that was partitioned into 3 equal parts. And this is the way we write 1/3 when we're writing fractions. 1/3. Now let's talk about fourths. So when we say the word fourths, we're talking about 4 equal parts that make one whole. Excuse me. So just like with our pizza pie example when we were talking about halves, let's say you had a big pizza pie and you had 3 friends come over. So there were 4 people that wanted to all eat pizza. Well, what would you do? You would have to cut it into equal parts, right? So each friend would get 1/4 of the pizza to eat. We also have a circle that's been partitioned into 4 equal parts, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. This square has been partitioned into 4 equal parts. As a rectangle has been partitioned up into 4 equal parts. And I'll tell you a trick about partitioning up a rectangle. It can be kind of hard to make sure that your lines are equally spaced. But the easiest thing to do is to first partition your rectangle in half. Oops. And then you partition your half into half. And then I have this quarter on here. Your grown-up this week might, when you're talking about fourths, they might say a quarter. Let's think about that for 1 second. Why would your grown-up say partition this shape into quarters? Or shade 1/4 of this rectangle? Why would they say a quarter? How much is a quarter worth? How many quarters are in a dollar? That's right, a quarter. You need 4 quarters to make a dollar. So if somebody is telling you to partition a rectangle into fourths, and they want you to shade in 1/4 of the rectangle, they mean 1/4. That's just a little tip there in case you get confused. So let's practice partitioning. How could this triangle be divided into equal parts? So when we're talking about partitioning, we're talking about dividing something up into equal parts. We're making fractions, equal pieces. I think the easiest thing would be just to cut it right down the middle and make 2 triangles. Now that's not a super straight line, but I'm doing it on the computer, so I'm just doing the best I can. Try to be neat on your paper. And if you wanted to, so that we made halves, 1 half, and another half, make a hole. All right, let's do something different. Erase that. Let's get my pen out again. All right, let's cut our triangle in half again. Now let's cut it into fourths. So I'm going to see if I can draw a straight line and cut it into fourths. It's not super straight lines, but we've got 1/4 plus 1/4. Oops, sorry guys. It's 1/4. It's 1/4. All make one whole. Oops. Whoops, that is not neat. All right, let's talk about partitioning this rectangle. How could this rectangle be divided into equal parts? Well, let's say we wanted to partition the rectangle into fourths. How many parts would we need if we wanted to partition the rectangle into fourths? Yeah, we would need to break it up into 4 equal parts because fourths means 4. So we could do it right down the middle. Whoops, that's not very straight. And then we've got 4 equal parts. We could do it that way. We could partition fourths this into fourths this way. Oh, let me show you let's do my trick. So when you're doing a rectangle and you're making fourths, the easiest way to do it is to break it into halves and then cut those halves in halves. Oops, that one's not very good. There. Now we've got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. Good. Now if you want, you could pause this video and challenge yourself and how could you partition or break up this rectangle into thirds, into 3 equal parts. See if you can do that on your own. Or let's do some practicing. So remember, halves are when we say halves, we're talking about a shape that is partitioned into 2 equal parts. 2 equal parts put together make a whole. So we've got one whole rectangle right here, and we have 2 halves shaded. Now we have a circle, but only 1/2 of this circle is shaded. Here we have another circle, and 2 halves of the circle are shaded. We have a rectangle, but only 1/2 of the rectangle is shaded. How many halves of this square are shaded? Yeah, 2 halves of the square are shaded. So let's practice again. Draw a line connecting the shapes to the sentence that describes it. Let's get my pen out. So half of the circle is shaded. So we know we need to find a circle and only half of it needs to be shaded. So which matches the description, this circle or this circle? Yeah, it's this one because this circle has half of it shaded. So 2 halves of the square are shaded. So let's see if we can find the shape that matches. So it has to be a square and only half of the square is shaded. Or excuse me, 2 halves of the square are shaded. This one, it has 1/2, 2 halves, and they're shaded. 2 halves of the circle are shaded. So it needs to be a circle and 2 halves, 2 pieces are shaded. Yep, there it is. 2 halves of the rectangle is shaded. Oh, not 2 halves, excuse me, 1/2. Just half of the rectangle is shaded. Well, there's the last one. It's a rectangle and only half of it is shaded. Good job. Let's keep going. So remember when we say the word third or something is asking you to partition it up into thirds, you're partitioning it up into 3 equal parts. A shape that is partitioned into 3 equal parts has thirds. So let's look at this circle. The circle has been broken up into thirds, 3 equal parts. How many of these parts are shaded? Yeah, just 1/3 of this circle is shaded. Let's look at this square. This square has been broken up into thirds. It has 3 equal parts. How many thirds are shaded? Yeah, 3/3 of this square are shaded. Now let's look at this rectangle. This rectangle has been partitioned into thirds. How many thirds are shaded? Yeah, only one of the 3 parts are shaded. 1/3 is shaded. Let's look at this circle. How many thirds are shaded in this circle? Yep, 1, 2, 3. 3/3 are shaded. Let's look at this rectangle. This rectangle has been broken into thirds. 1, 2, 3. 3 equal parts. How many thirds are shaded? 1/3, 2/3, or 3/3? Yeah, 2/3 of this shape are shaded. And let's look at this last rectangle right here. This rectangle has been partitioned into 3 parts, into thirds. How many of the thirds are shaded? 1/3, 2/3, or 3/3? Yep, 3/3 are shaded. Let's practice. Color 1/3 of the circle red. 1/3 of the circle red. So how many pieces do we need to color? If it's asking you to color 1/3. Yep, only one of the 3 parts need to be colored red. Sorry, that's not very neat. Yep, there's 1/3. So I might write 1/3. Okay. Now it says color 2/3 of the rectangle green. Color 2/3 of the rectangle green. So we need to find the rectangle. And how many thirds do we need to color green? 2/3. Yeah, 2. 1/3. Oops, not very neat. And 2/3. Good. Now it says color 2/3 of the square blue. Or no, it says color 3/3 of the square blue. So how many thirds do we need to color? Yeah, 3, because it says color 3/3 of the square blue. So the whole thing, all 3/3 means one whole. 3/3 is the same thing as one whole. So we've got 2/3 right here. And then we have 3/3. All right, let's practice with fourths. And fourths, a shape that is partitioned into 4 equal parts has 4/4. So this circle is partitioned into fourths. It has 4 equal parts, but only 1/4 of the shape is shaded. This rectangle was broken into fourths. It has 4 equal parts, but only 1, 2, 3/4 have been shaded. This circle has been broken up into fourths, partitioned into 4 equal parts, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of 4/4 have been shaded. This rectangle has been partitioned or broken up into 4 parts, and 1, 2, 3, 4/4 have been shaded. This circle has been broken up into fourths, 4 equal parts, and 1, 2, 3/4 have been shaded. This rectangle has been broken up into how many parts? That's right, 4. 4 parts. When something is broken up into 4, we say fourths. And how many of the parts have been shaded? Yeah, just 1. 1/4 of the rectangle has been shaded. And this circle, ooh, this is a tricky one. The circle has been broken up into fourths. It has 4 equal parts. How many of those parts have been shaded? 2/4, or 1/2 of the circle has been shaded. Very good, that was tricky. So here's the last one. Let's practice really quickly. We don't have a whole lot of time left. Okay, and let's wrap this up. It says color 2/4 of the circle red. Color 1/4 of the square blue. So we need to find the square. Color 1/4. I'm just going to keep going with red. And then color 3/4